So I wanted to show you this concept of client-server and how HTTP works at a low level, just to give you a general idea of how it works. So for example, I'm going to connect to my server, thinkinfo.net. Oops, I forgot the .net on there. On port 80 using Telnet. This is from the command line at the command prompt on the Unix machine. So I'm connected. I'm actually connected to a web server, directly connected to Apache, and I can send commands to Apache. So, for example, I'll do get /bgreen / index.html, and you'll recall that this was the web page that I created in that first video about how to configure Notepad++. So I'm going to tell it I want to get that page, index.html, and I want to use the HTTP protocol version 1.1 to get that. So get is a command in HTTP, and I have to follow it up with this host command. And there we go. So the server responded and said 200 is the status. So it came back with an HTTP status of 200, which means everything was okay. It tells me, what server served out the content, the length, the number of bytes, what type of content it is. In this case, it's HTML. And then we get the actual HTML code that I wrote in that first video, which starts here with HTML and ends down here where the HTML is closed. So just a very basic example for you of how of this client-server architecture and what's actually happening in the background. So of course we don't see any of this stuff happening in our browser. All we know is we go to thinkinfo.net. In the background, the browser's, once it connects, it does the get command. It gets a page. It tells it what version. It gets back a response, and then it displays for you in the browser. It parses this HTML code and then displays it in the browser.